Next speaker is Madam Pratibha Subhas. She is the actress and she is featured in many South Indian film and Hindi film. And more than actress, she has an interest in education and she wants to bring change in education. So she will be happy to listen her. Yeah. So Pratibha Subhas is an Indian film actress who predominantly appears in Kannada, Telugu, and Tamil language film, in addition to appearance in Hindi language film. Subhas has been involved in various philanthropic activities in India. She is working toward modernizing public education in Karnataka by adopting schools and providing them with a better infrastructure and sanitation facilities. In April 2019, the Election Commission, and along with Rahul Dravid, had appointed Subhas as a brand ambassador to promote awareness among the general public on voting. Pratibha was inspired by her parent, who chose uh, the noble profession of being doctors. They run the hospital in Bangalore and conduct several health and blood camps. After having achieved professional success as an actress, she, along with her parent, started uh, Parnita Foundation, a charitable organization to give back to the society. She intends to build India as a responsible nation through responsible education. So, Parnita ji, are you there? Parnita? We are just, she is, I think, still just about to log in. So she's just logging in. We apologize for Pratibha Subhas. Yes. Yes, Pratibha ji, please go ahead. Welcome to this conference. Please unmute her. Yeah, please come.
Yes.
Yes, Pratibha ji, please go ahead.
সেইকাৰণে মই বহি আছো চাই চাব
Yes, go ahead. Pratibha ji, please speak.
Right. Good
Actually,
morning,
we are
everyone.
waiting for you.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
Firstly, I thank you all for this opportunity to be talking about something so important, Man Ki Baat, and a topic that is close to my heart, that is the soft powers of India. We as a nation not only believed but practiced that Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukh Bhargavet. We're a nation that's not only tolerant, we also welcome good from everywhere. And we're also trying to be a nation that is able to match any other in terms of business, whether it is manufacturing vaccines and sending it out to the world, or even using our movies as a soft power. Our rituals, festivals have always been in resonance, in peace with nature. We believe that all living and non-living beings have the same tattva, the same divinity. You may call it by many names, but we don't believe in duality. Advaita is essence of our civilization, and today, where the world is fighting for supremacy and always in conflict, I believe that the solution is Sanatana Dharma. For us, honesty is not just the best policy, but it's also sanskar, a natural swabhav for any human being. But today, as an actress, when I'm talking here, I think that India's biggest soft power has to be our movies. Among others, whether it is yoga, chai, Ayurveda, spirituality, and movies are the soft powers that I think that India has. But among them today, I'd like to be highlighting movies as India's biggest soft power. When I say this, you can imagine if Smriti Irani ji's Kyunki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi was a big hit in war-torn Afghanistan. You can only imagine the reach that Indian movies have. And today it's not just Hindi movies, it's also South movies, whether it is our Telugu movies, whether it's Bahubali, a KGF, all of these movies that are trying to bring back our rich Indian culture and heritage to showcase to the world, whether it is Adi Purush that is coming about our Ramayana, various other movies that I see. I think through movies, we're trying to bring back culture. We're trying to portray our strong and rich heritage by making these movies. And not only that, I think today also patriotic movies have taken center stage, whether it is Yuri, whether it is the continuous announcements of movies on Pulwama attack and various other issues of national importance, or whether it's my movie Bhuj that is going to be about the India-Pak war in 1971. So I think that in every way that today movies have been a great impact on the society. And not only that, I think that it forms the idea of India, because Bollywood has become very essential. Movies have become an essential part of India when we're talking about India in the big picture, when the world wants to see India. And I really like how India is a tolerant land in terms of whether it is religion, whether it is political, and the number of religions that we have, and all of us living in harmony, the number of tribes, the number of ethnicities, the number of ideologies that are there in India. I don't think any other country has this. Not only that, I think today, when we're talking about the COVID-19 vaccine, the vaccine diplomacy practiced by India by sending vaccines to nearly 100 countries shows our ability to manufacture, produce, distribute to the nooks and corners of the world. And also now that all the foreign investments from China are being diverted to India, it only exemplifies the kind of power that we are and that we ought to be. I'm sure it is a fair democracy. I'm sure it's chaotic, but yet orderly. India's advances in science and technology has ensured that hundreds of satellites of those countries whose space programs aren't as advanced has been served as enablers because of our efforts. India's history has taught us one thing, that we're tolerant, non-invasive civilization that cares more about the advances in science, medicine, arts, and literature than practicing mere expansionism. So that's what I wanted to talk about today.
Thank you, Pratibha ji. It was
Thank
great
you.
learning from you, and thank you for coming to our conference. It is an honor, great honor to us. And I'm sure that we are aware about your contribution toward education, toward your interest toward education. I'm sure that your contribution will continue to make India great again through education.